November 18th is the 2020 NBA Draft, and we are going to be live for every single pick, 1 all the way to 60. We're going to be live an hour before the draft, and we're going to be live for a couple hours after the draft as well. So make sure you subscribe right here, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications here at Chat Sports, because we have the best draft coverage you're going to find on the internet. So make sure you subscribe today, youtube.com/chatsportstv. It's in 5 days, Wednesday, November 18th. Make sure you tune in and watch all 60 picks with us here at Chat Sports. Let's go to BNKL Abu is what we'll call you. Says, do you think the Celtics will or should trade their 3 first-round draft picks? So the Celtics have the 14th, the 26th, and the 30th overall pick. I think they should, and I think they will. In fact, I think the Celtics could be a team on draft night that could make some really big moves, because when you have that much ammunition, you're going to make a play. And I do think they are going to be one of those teams. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to chatsports.com/CelticsTV, because we're going to have all the latest draft and trade news related to the Boston Celtics available right there. So I think they're going to make a move. I don't think they'll trade all 3, but I think at least 2 of those 3 could be on the move. Watch out for 26 and 30 packaged with a player potentially like a Gordon Hayward if he ends up opting in to his player option. So are you excited for the NBA draft? If you are, you better smash that like button. If you're not, you're in the wrong place, because this is the home for the NBA draft. So please, like this video if you're as excited about the NBA draft as I am. Also, make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/chatsportstv. You can see it right there. The link is below. Go hit subscribe, and also hit that thumbs up. Give us a like on this video if you're excited for the draft, which we'll be live for. I will be live for November 18th, all night Wednesday night, breaking down picks 1 through 60. So no matter who your team is, as long as you're not a Rockets fan because they don't have a pick, we'll be talking about your team's pick on Wednesday night. Let's go to Isaiah 6. Why is Haliburton going in mocks to teams that already have point guards? So not sure what teams or what mocks you're talking about, but Tyrese Haliburton is a guy that can play either guard position. He's not locked into the point guard position. He's a guy that could play the shooting guard position or play off the ball. He's got a funky jump shot. It's kind of ugly, I'll be honest. It kind of looks like my jump shot, and that might hurt him, but it works. So whereas mine is ugly and it doesn't work, his jump shot is ugly and it does work. Sometimes just works for the right people, and he's one of those people. Plus, he's a great defender, man. His length, like his wingspan. See how mine just barely goes off the screen? His elbows would be off the screen. His wingspan is incredible. So, look, I like Tyrese Haliburton a lot. I think he should be a top 10 pick, absolutely. I think the Knicks would be lucky to get him at number 8. I could even see a team like the Hawks taking him and putting him at the 2 next to Trae Young to kind of make up for that lack of defensive ability. Let's go to Ryan Tuberosa. Says, why does no one think the Celtics would push for a guard like Westbrook or Paul? They're very pushy for trades. I mean, simple answer, Ryan. They have Kemba Walker, right? Kemba Walker is like kind of on the similar level now as Chris Paul. I think I'd rather have Kemba Walker than Russell Westbrook. Plus, you've already kind of taken the trade with a more volatile guy like a Kyrie Irving. Do you really want to go that route? They definitely have the pieces to do it with all the draft picks that they have with Kemba Walker if they want to trade him. But I don't think either of these guys really make sense for the Celtics unless they're looking to trade Kemba. If you trade Kemba to the Rockets, okay, feels a little bit like a lateral move, maybe even a move backwards, because are you going to take the ball out of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's hands to give it to Russell Westbrook? I don't think so. I think Kemba is more willing to accept his role as kind of a secondary or tertiary playmaker. Russell Westbrook, he wants to be the main guy. I'm not really doing that if I'm the Celtics. And then Chris Paul, yeah, he's great. I would take Chris Paul on that Celtics team, but I'm not going to trade Kemba Walker for him. I'm just not going to do it. So that's probably why, Ryan. But I appreciate the Celtics question. Let's go to Euros Jovancic. Says, lottery biggest bust potential. So I usually don't like answering this question until we've seen how the draft goes, simply because we don't know where players are going to get picked. So it's a bit of a question mark if they're actually going to be a bust or not. But I'll say this. I love Aleksej Pokusevski. I absolutely love him. In fact, I have him as a top 12 player in this draft. I think he should be picked in the lottery. But if we're talking guys that could bust, Aleksej Pokusevski is absolutely that, because his NBA body is not there yet. He's 190 pounds and he's 7 feet tall. For reference, I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm about 190 pounds. A little bit heavier, actually. So that's a bit of a problem when you're talking about Pokusevski. Yeah, that's right. I lift. So what? Anyway, I would say Pokusevski is one. If you want to go with another guy, maybe it's LaMelo Ball, although I don't believe he'll bust. I think LaMelo Ball will be worth it, but I got to say Pokusevski. I think he should get picked in the lottery, but he definitely has bust potential. That's a good question. It's just tough to answer right now. And so now I made my prediction on the busts. I want you to make your predictions on trades that could happen on draft night. Predict one player that you think will get traded on draft night. Maybe it's Russell Westbrook. Maybe it's Chris Paul. Maybe it's LaMelo Ball. I don't know if that counts as a draft night trade. A player that is on a team that could get traded right now. Let me know in the comment section, or if you're watching live with us in the live chat. And if they do get traded, lucky for you, on Fanatics, they have jersey insurance. Chatsports.com/NBA jersey. So if your player gets traded that you have his jersey, guess what? Fanatics will replace that for free. It's a great deal that they have, and they give you only the best authentic jerseys at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Go pick yours up today. Go pick one up for your friends, your family, or your loved ones in general on chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. If anybody wants to buy me one, I would love that Luka Doncic throwback that you can see right here. So if you guys want to send me one, go ahead, DM me on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther, and I'll tell you where you can send it. But if not, that's okay. Just go buy one for somebody at chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. The best deal available, and they're all authentic too. They're not the cheap knockoffs that you can find just anywhere on the internet. So go pick yours up today at that link below. Let's go to Sam. Maybe this is producer Sam. His burner account on YouTube says, thoughts on Precious? Will his game translate to the NBA? Precious, it was a pretty good movie. I didn't mind it. I don't think I saw it in the theaters. No, I'm just playing. He's talking about Precious Achiuwa, a kid out of Memphis. I think it will translate to the NBA. I think it's a kind of pick and roll guy. He's not going to be a starter at the NBA level, maybe eventually, but a power forward that could be in that pick and roll kind of scenario is very, very good. Plus, any kind of high energy big man, think Montrezl Harrell, not just because they have similar hair, but think Montrezl Harrell for Precious Achiuwa. That's who he should model his game after. And if he does that, I think it'll be really solid. Another thing with Precious Achiuwa, he has perfect form at the top of his shot. So, like, when you look at the hands, when you look at the alignment and how he releases and everything, it's perfect. The problem are his feet. He plants his feet weird. So if that shot comes around, I think he's a lottery talent, but I think he gets picked somewhere in the 15 to 18 range. Good question, Sam. I appreciate it. Let's go to Dylan Riddell. Where do you think Immanuel Quickley and Nick Richards will be drafted, and by which team? So Immanuel Quickley, guard out of Kentucky, probably one of the best shooters available, and he was an elite defender at the college level. And then Nick Richards is a big man out of Kentucky who I have as my 9th best center. I don't think Nick Richards will get drafted, or if he does, he'll probably go to the end of the first round. So you look at that kind of 55 to 60 range, the Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Toronto Raptors. Pelicans also have number 60. And then when you go Immanuel Quickley, look, on my board, I'll tell you exactly where I have him. I have him ranked 36th among all players. So when you look at 36, you know which team that is? It's the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what the Philadelphia 76ers need? A lot of shooting. So that is a guy that I think could fit really well with the Sixers. I like that question, and I really like Immanuel Quickley. In fact, I'd call him underrated. So let me ask you this. Who do you think is the most underrated player in this year's draft? Let me know in the comments section who it might be. I think Immanuel Quickley is a good answer. I think Jamias Ramsey out of Texas Tech is a good answer. I think Desmond Bane out of TCU is a great answer. And in all honesty, even though he's still probably ranked top 6 or 7, I think Onyeka Okongwu out of USC is a guy that is super underrated as well. The most underrated player in the draft. Let me know in the comment section, or if you're watching live with us right now, shout it out in the live chat.